everyone, it's Tanny Games here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have our Dreamsnap review video, and this time it's for the Timeless Magical Style. Now, you've all done amazing submissions, so I am super excited to show these off. The Timeless Magical Style Snap was like a personal fave of mine, like in terms of theme and aesthetic and things like that. So yeah, definitely up there with one of my favorite themes that we've had with Dream Snaps. So I'm super excited to go through all the amazing submissions that you have all come up with. Now, before we get into the video, I would just like to say, if you leave a like on this video, it does help me out so much as a small content creator. It helps boost the video massively. So if you like any of these submissions that you see, leaving a little like does help me out. And if you are interested in more Disney Dreamlight Valley or cozy game content, then subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss a future video. Anyway, let's jump over to Discord. Let's take a look at what you've come up with for this Timeless Magical Style Dreamsnap challenge. Okay, so we're going to start off with Jolly here, and I really love this close zoomed in shots. I do really like the zoomed in shots. I think they're quite nice, and I love, you have pointed out in your comments that you love the eye makeup on this character, and I agree. I love it too. I think it's very captivating. It really pulls you in. I love this little setup with Merlin's house. I think it looks so cute with the crystals dotted around. The smaller trees really lend to the kind of nature that surrounds the Merlin house, sort of like those cliffy rocky bits, you know, it kind of all works together very nicely. We have a few books. We've got like the Bunsen burner kind of flask thing. I don't know what that item's called, but we've got that there. We've got a lovely backdrop of foliage as well, so I think this is a really great photo and fantastic job on this one. Next up, we have your main account submission, and I think it's so creative how you've taken this dream snap through the Tinkerbell house. So we really have this kind of like woodsy cottagecore fairycore kind of vibe to the photo, which I love. Like seeing those little mushrooms just hanging off of the wooden base of the tree of the house, I guess you could say, is just amazing. I love that. I love that we've got the books at the front, sort of really leans into that spell and magical feel. Merlin's house looks fantastic, and the clock towers a really nice touch as well. So fantastic job on this snap. I think this is really good, really creative. I might have to take a few shots using this kind of angle once I get the chance. Next up, we have a snap from Winter Dragonfly. One, I don't know if you did it on your last submission or not, or if I'm just noticing this. I love how you watermark your photo. Using the Disney font is like super cute. I love that. Just wanted to mention that, like, it's a cute touch. But I love this backdrop. I think this is absolutely fantastic. I love the outfit. I love the furniture choices that you've used. I think this was like the perfect week in a sense to kind of use some of those Mulan items. I think they really fit in well with this theme. Like, obviously I lent more kind of like Merlin, fairy godmother kind of vibes, but certainly the Mulan vibes work really well. So I'm glad to see someone kind of utilizing that. I love, you know, the pinks, the blues, the sort of green tones. I think it all works really nicely together. I love how you've gone for like these rainbow wings, and then you've gone with like the rainbow companion. I think that's such a lovely choice to make. The foliage, the framing of the photo is very beautiful, very bright, very colourful. I really like this. I think this is a fantastic shot. I think it's really unique, so I think it's going to really draw viewers in, because I think they're going to spot this and it's just going to be so different to what is out there. And I mean that in a good sense, because sometimes it's nice to be on theme, but kind of a bit outside the box, so it sort of draws viewers in more. I think sometimes that can be good, because sometimes when you get a lot of samey photos, like I notice I do it myself when voting, if I see a lot that are similar, I tend to vote quite fast and speedy. And so sometimes it takes a photo like this to pull me out and get me to look and really engage with the photo. It really takes a wow piece. So sometimes doing something like this, I think, pays off massively, because it's a way of captivating the voters, or at least I think it is. I could be wrong. Next up, we have a snap from Wee Bee Blurdy, and I love this setup that you've done. I love that you've included Fairy Godmother and Merlin. We've even got the sort of like mystical companion. I think that's a great touch as well. Just sort of like leans into that magic style. Obviously, using this tracking kind of animation, again, a great idea. I wish I'd used it. I don't know why it slipped my mind. Because I think it's a perfect thing to use. Using the little what do you call this? Like a broomstick. Like this is from Fantasia. It's like the broomsticks that come alive and do the work and stuff like that. So I think that's a wonderful touch as well. This is a lovely, lovely dream snap. It really leans into that magical vibe, and I think your character looks amazing. Some great tricks used here. So good luck. I hope this does well. Next up, we have a snap from Pupster, and I really, really love the creativeness of this snap. I feel it really tells a story. I feel like it really leans into the kind of like fantasy magical like vibes of a snap. Like we've got some of the like weapons rack here. We've got like a broken sword. We've got this like potion cauldron, all the potion pieces on the what would you call this? Like a cupboard kind of thing, you know, a Mother Gothel here. It really feels like a superhero who's come face to face with a villain, and having that face off and showdown, maybe met with like a what, like a big climactic confrontation kind of thing. That's the kind of vibes I get from this. Very knight in shining armor kind of vibes. I think this is wonderful, and I think you've done a really great job with this. So fingers crossed you both have a good luck this week, Pupstar and Luca. Next up, we have my alt account submission. Now, this was a very kind of, to me, it was a last minute snap. I did this at like 10 in the morning, before the dream snaps kind of like ended, which is like about 2 or 3 p.m. or something. So for me, it was last minute. I know it wasn't like last minute, like not right up to the second, but given that I had stuff to do, you know, I went out for lunch and stuff, like I knew I wasn't going to be able to leave it last minute. So I went for an indoor build because I really wanted to do an indoor build. I felt it would be fun to kind of do an indoor setup with like some of the indoor pieces, like the bookcases, you know, the potion shelves, the fireplace, and stuff like that. Now, I was a bit worried that it didn't really look so magical, so I did use some of these Beauty and the Beast, the starlight projectors, just to kind of add a mystical magicalness to it a bit. I hope it sort of added the vibes in and everything like that. And then I tried to get a bit more of a zoomed in close-up shot of my character, so there are a lot of elements and details that I did in this room that I've actually like not pictured in the shot because of the fact that I wanted to zoom in a little bit more of the character. Like I decorated the ceiling with a lot of vines and stuff like that, but I think it's okay. I kind of wish I'd gone for a different colour now, for her hair. I went with the green initially because I thought it would match with some of the green tones in the outfit. So we've got the green skirt, we've got the green like scarf. The top underneath, you can't tell Oh no, I did change it. I thought I went with the red and green one, but I didn't. I actually changed it to a black and white, so ignore me there. But yeah, like I went for like some green colours. I felt they were kind of like nice witchy colours to go for. But now I feel like the hair is maybe a bit too dull. Might have been nice to add like a pop of contrast, something a bit more vivid. But overall, I think this turned out okay. I don't think this is going to be a strong submission this week. I'm hoping we get back to the point that my main account is doing better than my second account. And certainly, in my own personal viewpoint, this isn't as strong of a submission. But we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Next up, we have a submission from Glitch, and I really, really love this. I love the cauldron at the front. That was kind of like the vibes I wanted to go with my old account. So I love that, and the sort of hazy glow it adds to the photo. All the kind of like spell and magical items, like using the potion bottles, the dragon incense burner, genius. That little bit of smoke coming off of it. I mean, it's probably a detail that wouldn't be noticed much, like when you're voting fast or if you're voting on like a switch and things like that. But I love that little bit of detail. Even like little things like the little time bending kind of book on the floor, the pile of books in the corner, all the bookcases and things like that. They all work together really nicely. And I love how your character looks. I think she looks amazing. We all know that I focus a lot on tags, which backfired massively in the Dreamsnaps art gallery challenge, so I'm probably not going to talk on tags anymore because goodness knows how this whole system works, because certainly maxing out the 4 tag items doesn't always work. At least not anymore. But I absolutely love this outfit. I think it's so cute. I love the white hair. I think it adds a lovely bit of contrast and also adds to that kind of like timeless aesthetic, like that older lived kind of character. So I think this is fantastic. Next up, we have a snap from Ev Error, and what? No, this is basically the vibes that I wanted with my main snap, but in more of a blue tone. Like mine in a blue tone. This is a purple tone, but this just looks so good. It's so magical. Like this was what I wanted. I feel like I need to insert the audio, about the girl who gets the nails. Like, this was what I wanted, the pastels. Like, I love this. I think this is fantastic. The fact that we've got like a drop memory orb here, we've got the crystals, we've got the glowing mushrooms, we've got the glowing companions as well. Merlin's house in the background, we've got Merlin here. Even the Forgotten works so well, honestly, and I love that the Forgotten's been included. I think the Forgotten as a character is such a great addition in the game, and I do wish we could do more with her, like, hang out with her and things like that. But yeah, I just love this, and obviously all the sparkles and glow is just magical. So fantastic job on this. This is so captivating, so eye-catching, and this will do really well. Next up, we have a snap from Luinil, and oh my goodness, this is so like incredible. This way you've created this like diversion into like 2 worlds. Like we have this world and aesthetic on the right side with um fairy godmother, with all the like florals, the sunflowers, the pumpkins, the green, like the fact that you've gone with like a green tone light on this side as well. And then to the left we have Merlin, we have the blue tones, we have like this, frozen willow tree and things like that. And I love this. This is what I love about Dream Snaps. This kind of creativity, this attention to detail, just the creativeness. I'm absolutely impressed with this. This tells such a wonderful story, and I love this. I love this. I think this is fantastic. This is one of my favorite snaps I've seen across most of the challenges. I just love it. I think it's so wonderfully creative. So fantastic job with this. Next up, we have a snap from Curls Fantasy, and this is fantastic. I love the outfit, I love the wings, I love how you've set this room up, how it feels like we're looking out of a window or a balcony here at the back, like putting the Simba nightlight looking outwards so that it looks like this is the night sky. Maybe we're in like a tower, like a Rapunzel type tower, like it's got those kind of vibes. Obviously the table here with like the pestle and mortar, like the tea pieces work so good for that kind of like fairy witch vibe. All the books and everything like that, and I love this close-up shot of your character. I really am a big fan of those close-up shots. I think they're really nice and really get to show and highlight a lot of detail from your character and things like that. So this is an absolutely wonderful shot. It's very, very well set up. This kind of forced perspective idea I really love. You know, it was something that was done really, really well in Animal Crossing. Like a lot of people creatively did these like forced perspective kind of shots to create almost like transformed worlds, biomes, however you want to describe it, like backdrops and settings. And I love that that kind of creativity is also coming into Dreamlight Valley. It kind of makes me very happy. So fantastic job on this. Next up, we have a snap from Mumba Jules, and you've titled this as Merlin's Apprentice. Now, I love this room setup. Those windows look so good. I really need to decorate with those. I haven't done like really any interior builds with the Mulan items, or the recent items I should say that came with the Mulan updates. They're not all Mulan items. Some are from like the Remy world and such like that. So yeah, I really need to get to decorating with some of these interior items and windows that we got. I love all the bookcases. I think the Jack Skeleton bookcases are so perfect for this theme and aesthetic. Um, Wait, how did you do this? How did you wait a minute. Wait a minute, right? We don't have a book that's open like that, do we? Do we? How did you do this? And there's like the red dress that you've dropped. I get that. But how did you do this book like this? We don't own. Do we have a book like this? I am genuinely like confused. I've suddenly just noticed the little detail and I'm like, what? How? We, yeah, no, I'm really confused. What? Okay, I'm gonna have to move on before I get stuck here forever. Is it like using this like shelving trick or something, perhaps? Something like that? Because I see you've got the shelf here with one of the time bending pieces. Like, is it doing some sort of trick like that? I don't know. Please let me know. Please let me know. Fantastic shot, by the way. This is gonna bug me. This is I will not sleep tonight. I'm recording this on Monday. So you'll see this tomorrow. You'll see this on Tuesday. And I'm telling you, tonight I'm gonna be tossing and turning, going, how on earth? Fantastic shot. Fantastic job. Next up, we have a snap from Wisteria Crossing, and this is beautiful. I love the shelving in between the bookcases. I love kind of like splitting up the backdrop in that sense. I think it works really, really nicely. I love the vine flower lamps, the rustic vibes of this shot, like using the barrels and even the grate from like the Pirates of the Caribbean bundle collection you can get is wonderful. Your character looks great. I love that you've included Merlin. Obviously, a ton of books just makes perfect sense, fits in so well. It's a really nicely decorated room. Yeah, this is a fantastic little snap, and I hope this does well. Okay, so here we are for the snap I made for my husband. Now, looking back on this as a full screen, I really wish I had something on the left bottom corner. It does feel a bit empty. Like, looking objectively, I probably should have put something there. I probably should have put something there. But I do kind of like this shot. I went with more of a purple tone with this shot. I tried to go for like a mystical vibe appearance, kind of to lean into that magical style. And I hope that pays off. I put a little fountain tile underneath the cauldron because I wanted it to look like, you know, there was some magic spouting from it and stuff like that. So I went with the cat pose because I thought like looking excited about the spell like coming to life or working would kind of tell a nice little story. We've got Merlin looking in the cauldron like as if he's advising and telling us what to do. And then I thought using a few like different magical elements, like I've got the Scar cooking pots, and I just thought that kind of green glow they gave off really lent into the magical theme. I used Ursula's vanity but turned it around because I just thought it would provide a bit of an interesting like backdrop kind of thing. And then I used the Ursula seat, and I actually changed my shot. In the original shot, Fairy Godmother was just looking on, and then I changed to this one where she's sat down because I thought maybe it might like show her age. You know, she needs to sit down, she needs to rest a little. You know, she's still looking on, you know, she's looking at my character and stuff like that, but she's an older lady, she's got to rest her feet and stuff like that. Like that's kind of the vibes that I wanted to go for. I felt like maybe it was a bit more um it felt maybe less staged by looking like that. But I do, like I said, I really wish I'd put some at the bottom left here. Like even a stack of books would have helped massively. So I'm a little bit gutted about that, but fingers crossed this still does all right. Next up we have a snap from Rora, and I really love this. I think this is beautiful. I mean, the quality of this snap is like crystal clear. It's really good. I love that we've got the Tinkerbell house here. This little flower sort of like ornament that hangs off the Tinkerbell house is absolutely gorgeous. I really, really love it. So it's nice to see that kind of like detail with the house. We've obviously got the Dreamlight fruit trees here, which give off a beautiful sparkle. We've got Merlin's house, and then we've got Merlin stood behind this cauldron. Yeah, I think this is definitely very magical. Even the outfit's very magical. Going for the glowing companion is a fantastic addition too. So yeah, I think this is a really well done shot, and I think this is going to do very well. Next up we have some snaps from Melissa. So this is the main account snap. This is really fun, kind of leaning into that Medusa vibe. Again, it's kind of got that old style, obviously, you know. So definitely that timeless magical kind of vibes. And I think it's really creative to do something like this, to kind of go with the theme and run with it, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. And obviously utilizing the stone statues makes a lot of sense. I think this is a really wonderful and creative shot, and a bit like what I said with Winter Dragonfly's submission, I do think this is going to stand out because it's going to look like different from the norm, and I think sometimes that's a really, really good thing, like just to kind of like stand out as something different, so that, you know, it slows voters down. They kind of go, oh, what's this, and things like that. I think this is fantastic, and I love that you've come up with something that feels very creative and unique. Then we have your second account snap, which is more kind of like mystical magic witch vibes. I love that we've got this kind of like old vibe to it, like using the picture frames that have got the covers on them, you know, the wooden lamppost, the wooden kind of bed and stuff like that. It definitely has a very, very magical feel to it. And I love this kind of like mix of items that you've got going on. Obviously the purple glow, a bit like my alt account snap, just sort of adding to that magical vibe, that mystical vibe, which I think is wonderful. And I love that you've gone for a pose that's a bit different and things like that to what, you know, we see typically. So fantastic job on this one. And then our last snap is your daughter's account, but this is a has been hotel reference. I have watched Has Been Hotel, so I do know what it's about. But I think she's put the outfit together very, very well for the character and things like that. So I think she's copied the reference kind of material or photo very, very well. I think it's done very nicely. So fingers crossed your daughter does really well with this submission. Next up, we have a snap from Fora, and this is wonderful. You know, I did my submission in the Frosted Heights, and only now am I kind of like realizing why didn't I use the same location you have? Like, to use this backdrop with Olaf's cave is just genius, and I do kind of wish I'd done that too. I love how you've like incorporated this orb. That's like fantastic to see. The orb lights work really well, and then like this contrast of purple color from the like Ursula cauldrons, I guess you could call them. Even using the Atlantis like flying machines just adds that kind of like mystical, magical vibe. And I guess it really leans into the Atlantean theme with the cave and stuff. Obviously, using the glowing companion is a brilliant addition. Your character looks great. I love that we've got another glowing companion down here too. Yeah, just a wonderful photo. This is really great. No comments, no feedback. Like, this is just a great shot. So, well done on this. Next up, we have Jasper, who's a fancy magic wizard bird. Sorry, that just makes me laugh. I'm a fancy magic wizard bird. But this is a fantastic shot. I love this. I love the little Snowgie. Obviously, like for those that have followed the channel for a long time, you know sort of what Snowgies mean to me. So I love to see a little Snowgie in a shot. Like it's kind of like the original reference before the toilets there was the snow geese. So I love to see it. I love the bookcases. I think they work really nice. This like seating area here, and actually using this map, which this item you get from the Pirates of the Caribbean bundle that comes into the shop. This is a great item to use. I think it works wonderfully in this setting. It definitely has those like magical kind of like vibes to it and stuff. So I think this is a great addition. I think this is a lovely little setup. Again, I love this kind of like zoomed in shot on the character, just to kind of see the detail more and stuff like that. And I love how your kind of color choice of your hair matches nicely with like the pink purple tones in the wings. I think it goes together very nicely. So fantastic job with this. Next up, we have a snap from the Decorista, and I really like this. I love the kind of like very florally aspect of this shot. Like we've got the kind of like magnolia blossoms, we've got this glowing sort of sea fern, we've got the glowing flowers, we've got the magnolia blossom piles, we've got all the like lily pads and stuff like that. So I love how sort of nature heavy this snap is. I love that we've gone with fairy godmother here. The birds are a brilliant choice as well. I love this. I think it's a lovely backdrop, a lovely setup. I love even like the statue in the background. What do you call this? Great stone dragon. I'm like, wait, what are these things? And obviously some crystals dotted around and things like that. This is a wonderful submission. It looks really good, and I hope this does well for you because this definitely has the magical vibes. Next up, we have a snap from Kira, and this is gorgeous. I love the glowing mushrooms, using the like Hobbit house, you know, the Tangled house, the Merlin house in the background, and all the foliage that you've chosen. Like, this is a gorgeous snap. I absolutely love this. You know, the vibes in it are just like Chef's kiss. I love this. I think this is fantastic. I love how your character looks. Like the makeup you've chosen is brilliant. We've got Merlin here. We've got the cauldron. You know, we've got a table here in the background, like this dresser with all the like magical items and stuff like that. Even the sword in the stone item here is really, really good. This is a lovely little setup. I think, like, I don't know if, well, it probably isn't a permanent setup in your valley anymore because you did tear everything down. Um, but this would work as like a permanent setup. I could see this being like an established build kind of thing. I think this looks lovely and works really, really well together. So fantastic job on this submission. Next up, we have a snap from Sunny Wawa, and this is just incredible. Like, how are you guys getting such high definition shots? Like, literally, I don't understand it. I swear down, my like settings are set to the highest they can be, and mine are nothing like this. This is fantastic. I absolutely adore this. I love Merlin's house, the purple tones, the floating lanterns, how you've managed to capture some of the like dreamlike fruit here as well. I think looks lovely in the shot. All the candles, all the books and everything like that. And your character looks great. Honestly, going for this dated hairstyle in this like white color, lovely addition. Fantastic choices here. I really, really like this snap. Next up, we have a submission from Say Hi Joel, and I really, really like this. This is fantastic. I love the outfit. Honestly, this is an outfit I could see my character just wearing generally in the valley. Certainly, I have paired this outfit with slightly different shoes before, but definitely this kind of like top blouse, kind of like, what are those short jackets called that go, waistcoat, the kind of like navy blue waistcoat with the skirt, the sort of the socks, and then what I actually usually use is the Dreamsnap shoes. I quite like them. They really give me those like typical like school uniform kind of like shoes that you get. So I think they go really well with that like preppy style, or at least what I picture preppy to be from the UK, because I know it can vary. I think preppy in America is a bit different from like British preppy. Um, but yeah, that's kind of like, I love this outfit. I love this get together. I think it's super cool. Yeah, I really love this outfit. The room setup is gorgeous as well. Like all the bookcases, the magical kind of elements with like the potion bottles, and like even these like little test tubes and the little potion here and things like that. Like, this is a wonderful setup, and yeah, this is really well done, and I really, really like this snap. This is such a great one that you've done, and yeah, fantastic. Next up, we have a snap from Nina, and oh my goodness, what? Shut the front door. No, this is actually really, really good. I love this. This has so much magic and sparkle to it. It's unbelievably gorgeous. Definitely has that timeless appeal. I love the choice of the white hair. Like, I think that's fantastic. I love the trees. Everyone knows these are some of my favorite trees in the game because I love the blue color of them. I wish we had more blue trees in game. Like, I hate that the one blue tree that we have in game has the like snow on the bottom of the trunk. It's a lovely shape of tree, but I just wish we had like a generic tree in like different colors. You know, just give us the base game tree in a variety of colors. Give us reds, give us oranges, you know, give us blues. We've got enough purple and pink now. But no, this is absolutely magical, and I love that you've gone with the Arendelian like castle instead of like the Merlin house. I just think it adds something unique to your shot. And obviously, you know, I've said it before, you know, I'm quite a big fan of people who do things out of the box or a bit different, and certainly I think using the Arendelian castle is a great choice. I never would have thought to do it, but I think it's a wonderful addition, and I love how you've decorated outside of it. Honestly, this might work in a fairy core vibe. I mean, this does work as a fairy core vibe, but I'm just thinking, like, obviously I'm trying to overhaul my valley with the whole fairy core aesthetic. I've moved a bunch of people to Eternity Isle because I feel like they don't fit the aesthetic, but this would be a great way of me keeping the Arendelian castle in the valley if I do it in this kind of setup. So perhaps I need to save this to my PC for inspiration. This is fantastic though. Honestly, a great job. And last but most certainly not least, we have Nia here. Now Nia's done again a zoomed in shot. I love these kind of shots. Nia does these zoomed in shots really well actually. I love the sort of attention to detail with the makeup, with the blue tones. To kind of have that blue tone aesthetic run through the outfit, I think is wonderful. And it does really nicely in the room setup as well. You know, I love the like cauldron piece we've got behind, the glow we've got from the starlight projectors, using the celestial pillars and stuff like that. Definitely gives like magical vibes. It definitely leans into that celestial style. So I think this will actually do very well. I think this is a great shot. I think your character looks great. The focus is there. And yeah, overall, this is just a wonderful snap. Well, there we have it. That's the Dream Snap submissions for the Timeless Magical Dream Snap challenge. There will be a part 2, so stay tuned for that. And we'll go through the other half of the submissions that are posted in the Discord. I'm very excited to get into that, but overall, some absolutely fantastic submissions this week. And honestly, if we don't all get 4K, this strongly worded letter is coming to Gameloft. I am sending them. I'm sending them a note. Demanding the 4K we all deserve. No, honestly, fantastic job, everyone. It's a joy to see. I've absolutely adored this challenge, and seeing everyone in the Discord really step up to the plate just makes me love it even more and makes me so incredibly happy. So thank you all for sharing. I really do appreciate it. Thank you everyone who has watched this video, especially if you stayed to the end. If you did stay to the end, make sure to leave like a little star emoji or something in the little chat so I know you've stayed till the end. But no, thank you very much for your time today. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys!